Hello, everyone, and welcome to the virtual JC Fridays Kickoff. I am Courtney Little, the producing director at Art House Productions. I'm going to self-describe. I'm a white woman with long, brown, wavy hair. I've got black rimmed glasses, and I'm wearing a black Art House t-shirt. I'm sitting in front of a background of geometric colors and the JC Fridays logo in the corner. Tonight would not be possible without the generosity of our sponsors. So I want to thank you to Jersey City Cultural Affairs, the New Jersey Council on the Arts, Jersey City Times, the Central Avenue Special Improvement District, and the New Jersey Theater Alliance. Tonight, I am joined by Art House's Executive Director, Meredith Burns. She's going to give a wave. Hey, Meredith. And our staff member, Gretchen von Koenig. Gretchen, give a wave. And our event assistant, Eileen Scandifio. Eileen, thank you for running everything smoothly behind the scenes. Next up, we're going to give a warm welcome to Gretchen, who's going to share some information about the logistics for tonight's event.
Hello, everybody. My name is Gretchen. I will self-describe. I am a white woman with medium-ish, reddish, blondish hair, wearing yellow earrings and wearing a pair of glasses, also in front of a colorful geometric background with the Art House JC Fridays logo. So tonight's events feature both closed caption and ASL interpreters, Kimberly Hale and Jamie Hayes. They both have ASL interpreter in their name, so you can find them easily. Instructions for how to view closed captions are in the chat, so take a peek. Meredith just dropped those in there. Support for access expenses are provided by Art New York. If you need any help at any time during tonight's program, just type your messages into the chat bar at the bottom of your screen and I'll assist you. We encourage you to leave your video on throughout the event, but please keep yourself muted. Now, please welcome Executive Director Meredith Burns.
Hi, everyone. I'm Meredith. I'm a white woman with blonde hair. I also have the colorful geometric background with the JC Fridays logo. We have a fantastic lineup for you all tonight, featuring highlights from some of the JC Fridays events tomorrow, which is our first in-person JC Fridays in over a year. We also have musical performances by Rijah and the premiere of the Jersey City Community Song. But before we get to all that, Art House is celebrating 20 years. And we are pleased to welcome our founder and executive director emeritus, Christine Goodman, to say a few words right after this very short and sweet slideshow that we have that is a look back on some of the highlights of the last 20 years. was so nice. All right, everybody, give it up for Christine Goodman.
Thanks, Meredith. And wow, that was an incredible montage. And hats off to you and the whole team, because it's no small feat to pull together 20 years of photos. You know, when we first started Art House, there were no cell phones. So that's how old we are. Everything was printed. So some of those were literal shots of photos and photo albums. And, you know, it's amazing to think that it's been 20 years. And I'm looking right now at a lot of the folks that are here with us tonight. Alicia, who is a former board president, and I saw a wonderful picture of Jack Halpin, who was our artistic director. Board presidents past, David Gibson, and you know, I know that the Rimley and Rijah are here, who we actually Art House hosted the very first Holy Festival in partnership with Sorority outside of the Hamilton Park location. And there are so many folks that have been involved since day one or over the years that are still involved today. And I think, you know, it goes to show that community is so important here in Jersey City, and a community around the arts has carried us through all these years and kept this organization so relevant and vibrant and engaged in doing the cutting edge work that is just, you know, more than I ever dreamed of when I was a wee young lady in my 20s, putting up flyers with Scotch tape on telephone poles. I was reminded of, you know, because I saw a photo of Reggie Gaines, I was reminded of one of the poetry readings that we did over at Victory Hall. And I used to put up a flyer on the Grove Street path entrance over by where Subway is, where the sort of bulbous area is in the entrance going down to the station. And I always used to put one flyer right there. And one day I come and I see Reggie Gaines standing around there with a bunch of friends, and they're laughing. And I went to put up another flyer, and they said, you know, it's just so funny because people keep taking down those flyers and you just keep putting them right back up again. And I think, you know, that is kind of the cycle of the arts here, right? Like we, you know, the organization was founded in response to 9/11. Sandy was a tremendous, I was thinking about Sandy with the storm this past week, and how we had a curfew, but we ended up gathering at Art House, and it was a real moment of community to charge phones and to have a comedy night and to connect with people at the neighborhood and then get home before curfew. And, you know, it's just like that flyer getting torn down and going up again. And of course, COVID is the biggest example of this, that an arts organization like Art House has withstood the test of time because of the power that you have as a community, and that I just am so happy to be a part of, to just get back up again and to keep moving forward with excellent work. So I really just, hats off to everyone who's here tonight. Hats off to Art House, to Meredith, to the entire board. And, you know, just for a little bit of a recap, Art House started on 9/11 and started in direct response to 9/11. The first event was at the end of September 2001. And JC Fridays has been going since 2006, and yay, coming back in person, which is wonderful too. So 20 years later, I'm working on the 9/11 program that's going to be happening this Saturday down at the foot of Grand Street at the 9/11 Memorial. And, you know, there's a lot of connection here between these challenges we go through as a city and as a country, and how we connect through the arts. So thank you for having me. And I hope everyone who's out there will consider joining us on Saturday morning at 8:30. And, you know, here's to another 20 years.
Thank you so much, Christine. Now I'm pleased to welcome Jersey City's own Rijah for a special musical performance.
My name is Rijah, and I'll be doing an original song. It's called Chess Game, so I hope you enjoy. walls, but you're playing in my chess game. Oh, in my chess game. No, no. So yeah, that's chess game.
Everybody go ahead and unmute yourselves and give it up for Rijah.
Thank you so much.
There we go.
Yay!
Nice. Good groove.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much, Rijah.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Hey, so tonight is all about giving each of you here a sample of the artists and the organizations that you're going to see more of tomorrow at JC Fridays on September 10th. All of the events tomorrow are free and open to the public, and we encourage you to support our local arts community in Jersey City, support the local businesses that are participating, and attend one or more of these events. A lot of the neighborhoods have more than one event, so you can park once or take via and not have to park at all, and explore more than one of these venues. There are full event listings and an event map. The event map is back, located on our website, which is www.jcfridays.com. We're also going to link it a bunch in the chat this evening. We also have printable event listings if you're like me and you like things on print. We are going to start tonight by featuring some of the West Side events tomorrow. So please welcome NJCU Galleries.
My name's Eileen Ferrara. I'm the acting gallery director with my co-director Doris Casoilo, and we're very excited that we have 2 new exhibits that are opening tomorrow for JC Fridays. One of them is called Surface Tension, and it's a solo show by Amanda Thackeray of beautiful handmade paper sculptural pieces and prints that is about the ocean and some of the problems with our pollution. And this show is called Too Much. It's called Overconsumption, Our Relationship to Stuff. And there's 7 artists in this exhibit. Everyone in different ways addresses the problems of how we generate a lot of stuff and what we can maybe do about it. So we're just going to give you a little quick peek around the gallery. There's a whole range from sculptures to weavings and fiber art, people working with recycled materials, and some cast work and photography. So we really hope that a lot of you can come and check out both shows. Masks are required. On the gallery website, we have a visitor login information, and we will be socially distancing to try to keep everybody safe at the event. We'll have 10 guests in at a time, which gives everyone a lot of time to go see a lot of events for JC Fridays. People, I hope, will run around and see a lot of different events. Thank you so much. Hope you can join us.
Thank you, Eileen. Next up, we're going to move over to Greenville. So please welcome Project Greenville.
Hello. Thank you for having us again at another JC Fridays. I'm from the shed. You're getting a glimpse of what happens every time that we are getting ready for a show, and it's always, I'm a pretty last minute kind of gal, unfortunately. I try to do my best ahead of time, but it doesn't always go that way. But thankfully, the show is beautiful. And the theme this time is family, and we have work from a whole bunch of different artists. Some are in the same family, some work together on pieces with each other, some just do separate, completely different types of art, but you know, grew up in the same household or had some of the same influences. And it's interesting to see how those circumstances can make for such different types of creative people. So we have a really good variety. We even have like some cool textural things going on. This thing behind me here is quilt work And then there's crochet over here. I don't know if you can see that very well because of the lighting in the Zoom, unfortunately. But yeah, these are like more textural collage type things. It's a good variety. And the let's see, we're at 128 Winfield Avenue. If you haven't visited here before, it is an indoor space in the backyard of my home. So masks are not required, but we will have them for people that would be more comfortable. And we will have like a whole little station of hand sanitizer and gloves, as well as, some little treats and snacks. Let's see, we're open from 4 to 7. Friday and Saturday, not just for Friday. We're going to do JCast in October, so we'll be here for 12 to 4, October 2nd and 3rd, those days. And I'm trying to think what else I should tell you if you've never been here before. Don't be surprised when you get here and it's a house outside. It's a little art gallery in the back. We also will have a pay what you wish thrift, which is basically just a little clothing rack and assortment of books and knickknacks that have just sort of been either donated or abandoned by roommates over the years. So they help to anything that you want to pop in the can. We use those funds to do some of the work here. And I don't know. The Bike JC Light Up Ride just told me earlier today that they're going to be going through Greenville Friday after our show. So if you come to see us, come on the later side and you can go down to Ocean Avenue with me and wave at them. I don't know. We'll have a good time, and I hope to see you here.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Thanks for sharing tonight and for opening up your home as you do every JC Fridays. We're looking forward to being back in the shed.
Thank you.
Our next group of events are all in downtown Jersey City, and the next two specifically are in the new Art 150 studio space. So please welcome Frank Ippolito.
Hello, my name is Frank Ippolito, and yes, I'm in the new Art 150 studio spaces in the second floor spread of 150 Bay Street. And we have a separate entrance. Anyone coming to any of the Art 150 events, you have to recognize that the entrance is not at the main residential entrance, and the entrance we all go to, like a JCast, when we go up into some of the live workspaces. This is a different deal, and the entrance is all the way over at where Provost and First Street intersect. There's a nice little glass lobby with some elevators, and that's how you get up here. So what I'm up to is I happen to love the September JC Fridays because artists tend to, was it Elizabeth Project Greenville that said, you waited, you sort of are a last minute person. Well, that is a description of many artists. And so September JC Fridays tends to catch a lot of artists beginning to ramp up for JCast. And so it tends to be a really exciting glimpse into what is going on. And I'm surrounded with sawdust and all sorts of fun stuff. My current series, and it doesn't translate to video as well because it's illuminated, is these pieces that are life-size portraits that are self-illuminated. And right now I'm working on this frame, which will look a lot more like a carnival ticket booth by the time I'm finished. And what else do we have? We have some stuff on the back wall that's already hung. And you can see a little bit of the space here in 150. And this is one of the corner spaces. So it actually goes all the way down and around. And maybe if you come and visit tomorrow, you'll get a chance to find out what kind of magic is going on back there. We will have some refreshments, some beverages, and there will be masks available. It is a mask policy in this building, and there will be, if there's a goodly amount of people, there might be a request to sort of take, to come in groups. But otherwise, we're looking forward to having some live people in a face-to-face gallery / artist studio environment tomorrow. So looking forward to seeing some of you. And thanks, Art House, for doing this every year or every 4 months. And looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Frank. For our next presenter, we're going to stay within that Art 150 complex and visit with Theta Sanderford.
Hi guys, so great to see you all virtually, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in person tomorrow. So after you visit with Frank, come down the hall to studio number 231, and you'll be able to see some of my most recent shopping carts. You've been on this shopping cart journey through many JC Fridays, so you can see the ones that I've completed since the last JC Friday. I've been a busy bee getting ready for JC Friday and JCast in the fall art season. Got tons of shopping carts out in the world, but very excited to work with you on some of these projects. So as you know, prior to the pandemic, I would open my studio and invite people in to join me and make art with me. And we have the return of doing that kind of work together. And I'm very much looking forward to spending some time with you, even if you want to sit at my table, if only for a couple of minutes. And so there's going to be a number of projects I've already started working on right now, where we're going to make strings of pearls made from recycled bottle caps. Spent months and months and months drummeling and drilling these bottle caps. So we have about, I don't know, easily 5,000 to 6,000 bottle caps that we can string on pearls. And then also when you come into the studio, which that will be a self-guided project that you'll see out in the tables out in Art 150. And then when you come into my studio at number 231, we'll be working on I Am My Hair, which is the installation project where we'll be talking about our hair, our relationship to hair, and actually making hair with rope and yarn and other recycled materials. So I have been diving into the recycling bin and cleaning everything so nothing will be dirty. I already took care of all of that. And I can't wait for you guys to come and join me, and we can work on these projects together, or you can work on the self-guided project if you're feeling like there's too many people in the room. So please come to Art 150 tomorrow, downtown Jersey City. The entrance is on First and Provost. The door is a little Yankee, but hit me or Frank up. We have the app on our phone to buzz you in. We're looking forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Thea. We can't wait to get back into the studio with you.
Yay!
It's very exciting. And I just want to take a quick second to shout out Art Fair 14C's current resident artist, Jante Drew, is going to be having an open studio tomorrow as well. So we encourage you, while you visit Frank, while you visit Thea, stop in, say hello to Jante Drew. He's an amazing artist who's with us for 6 months. So take this opportunity. There are also about 4 or 5 other artists in that complex that are going to be opening their studios. So plenty to enjoy. Next up, we're going to welcome Alexandra Alvarez.
Hello, how are you? First than anything, I'm sorry I couldn't make it on time to my studio and formally present my event. But while I'm here, that is the most important. And yes, thank you everyone for give me this opportunity. This is going to be my first time joining to this event, JC Fridays. So thank you for the opportunity. We are going to have 2 events at the same time. This is going to be in Gia Gelato and Cafe. This is 281 Newark Avenue, Jersey City downtown. We are starting to do exhibitions. So tomorrow we are going to be hosting the opening for this new exhibition. The name is The Unknown. There are a few Venezuelan artists and also local artists from New Jersey. It's a very mixed event and exhibition because there are photography and abstract artwork. So it's very interested, very interested all the artwork that you are going to see. And also from 6 to 8, we are having a live drawing session with a model. her name is Jasmine. Maybe some of you already know her because she used to model here in Jersey City. So we expect you to be there. We are going to be there from 5 to 9. We are going to be hosting the opening for this art exhibition. And 6 to 8, we are going to have Jasmine modeling for us, everything for free. We are going to have wine, and well, this is going to be the first big event or presenting our project to the community. So I hope you can join us, and I look forward to seeing you, all of you there. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Alexandra. Our next presenter is Hudson Stream.
Hey, so hi everyone, I'm Milo. I'm over here in downtown Jersey City, right around the block from Hamilton Park in the McWilliams Art Building where JC Art Studios is. And we've opened a podcasting and live streaming studio over here, where basically what we're doing is we have a multi-camera setup, and we have a lot of nice microphones and cameras, and we're giving people the ability to come down here and basically either podcast or take photos or live stream. So if you want to take a little look around, if we have some nice lights in here. And then if you could see, we have a bunch of cameras set up there. There's some more lights. And then we have over here, it'll be all set up tomorrow. But from this location here, basically what we can do is we can film you and we can live stream anything that you're doing on camera in the room in real time. So, and we can video switch for you and basically do multiple camera angles. So what we're going to be doing tomorrow is we're going to be allowing people to come in here and basically demo the whole thing. So you can sit and you can have a conversation with your friend, and we'll live stream it on the internet, and people can check it out. So we'll have some wine and we'll just have some fun. So if you're around tomorrow between 4 to 9, come through and check it out. So Thank you so much, Milo. We're excited to have Hudson Stream with us for the first time for JC Fridays. Cool. Yeah, we're excited too. Thank you. Awesome. So next we are going to go to Mark Sensis at Cool Vines, who's going to tell us what both of the Cool Vine stores have coming up tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Mark. As she said, I'm inside Cool Vines Powerhouse right now. We're on the corner of Warren Street and Morgan in the Powerhouse Arts District. And we have a project going on inside our store where we dedicate some wall space to a project we call Art Wall JC. And we use this to showcase local artists' work in various formats. We have a photography show going right now that I'm going to tell you about in a second. But we've had some interactive digital art. We've had painting. We've had some sculpture work as well here. And it's right inside the store. So anytime you're passing through, you can check out the art and check out the wine at the same time. So today's show that we're featuring right now is an artist named Ben Mortimer. And Ben is actually one of the designers who designed and built this store. He's a metal worker as well as a photographer. And all of his photography works are based on travels that he has, he's been on in his life. There's a photo here from the Sahara Desert of a village that was built by the government in a very benighted effort to provide housing to nomads, not recognizing that nomads don't want housing. So there's stories that go on with each one of these photos. And we will be showing this for this month and next. And we'll be wrapping up, the show at the end of September, but I encourage you to stop in anytime you're in the Powerhouse area. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mark. We love to see that kind of partnership between arts and businesses. So I just want to take a quick shout out that if anyone watching owns a business or you work for a business in Jersey City and you want to participate in JC Fridays, but maybe you don't know any artists or you've never done it before, feel free to contact me, contact Meredith at Art House. We're happy to set you up with local artists so you can host an event of your own. So we love to see that. Next up, we are going to move over to Journal Square. So we're going to go to another neighborhood and visit with the arts at St. Paul and Incarnation. Please.
How are you? My name is Sarah Ibrahim. I am a producer and I work with the arts at St. Paul and Incarnation. My partner there is Amy Neufeld, who is the curator, and we work together to create programming that is essentially a ministry of St. Paul's and Incarnation. However, we are very autonomous and present work that we think is thought-provoking and serves our sometimes very local, hyper-local community of people on Duncan Avenue and in this part of Journal Square on the West Side. I myself am a West Side resident of 6 years. I moved here from Brooklyn in 2015. And one of the things that I have grown to really love about Jersey City is the fact that there is such beautiful and engaged community in Jersey City, both politically and socially and in terms of the arts. And so I love coming to these events and hearing what everybody else is doing and how we're engaging with each other and with the broader community. The West Side is the best side. I mean, I'm biased, but anyway, yeah. So we present a wide range of works, but in kind of deepening our mission this coming year to serve our local community, our hyper-local community, our neighborhood, but also to engage with the St. Paul's community. As you may be aware, the rector at St. Paul's moved on to a different church this past summer, and so they're on the hunt for a new rector. So I think that the arts is sort of an important part of the engagement of the congregation also. So the wardens of the church, who are sort of running things in the rector's absence, in the absence of a rector, approached us about a book that a parishioner had written that is forthcoming. It is called How to Talk to a Goddess and Other Forms of Magic. It is written by Emily Croy Barker, who is a resident of the West Side, and she lives here on Duncan Avenue, very close to us, up the street from me, actually. And so we are sponsoring a reading of her work tomorrow in the garden of the church. There's a very beautiful garden kind of between the parish hall and the church itself. So, socially distanced, COVID-friendly outdoor event, a beautiful fall evening garden event with refreshments. We also were lucky enough to be introduced to a local author named Mary Pham through Jersey City Writers. She is also a very prolific fantasy author that resides in Jersey City. And she is going to be reading from her book called A Girl Called Fire Dragon. And so in watching Emily and Mary go back and forth this past week about what they're going to read and talking about each other's work, I'm very, very excited about this reading. I think it's going to be very energetic and fun and fantastical. And I'm hoping for basically like a magic fairy garden party tomorrow evening. So I hope that you all will join us. It goes from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. We'll start off with, some introductions and chit chat and beverages and cheese or something. And then we'll move into some readings and then some discussion in a nice sort of open round table sort of format. So I hope that if you're out there visiting galleries, you'll stop in and say hello to us and take in some of their beautiful work. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Up, we are going over to the Heights. We're going to take a hop, skip, and a jump over to the Heights and visit with the statuary.
Hi everyone, I'm Rachel Rill. I'm the CEO of the Statuary. The Statuary is located at 53 Congress Street. So we are taking over the tradition at the Statuary from our lovely friends, Walter and Margot Parks, who previously owned this property. This is our home. It is a live, work, art space, similar to the Greenville project. We got a big brick building with lots of love in it, and we hope to share that to our Jersey City community. And even my husband was like over there, he's like, that place looks like ours. And anyway, so we are the Statuary, myself and my husband, Ted Chubb, who is a local musician playing trumpet in local area bands and abroad. We are partnered with Riverview Jazz for our events here at the Statuary. And this week, we are super, super excited about this event. It is called 1000 Watt. It is not only a music event, it is a live painting, photo, video photography event. Jim Watt, the artist, will be live painting on Japanese ink art, and it's called 1000 washes is where the 1000 watt comes from. So it's a technique of Japanese artistry, and he will be having video cameras videoing him live along with a jazz quintet. So the doors open at 6 o'clock for our venue. 7 o'clock, we will be having the jazz quintet start playing. That's the first set. And 8:30, we'll have the 1000 watt performance. And that will be him painting live and inspired by the music to paint while listening to the music. And this will all be up, and thank God for perfect weather tomorrow, that we'll be broadcasting this up on our big gray wall. So the neighborhood will definitely be lit up with art and music tomorrow night in the Heights. And we are so, so excited for this event. He is a Asbury Park artist. I will be putting a link in the chat right after I'm done talking, so you can see a little preview of his mission. But each painting that he will be painting is also for sale that night. It will be $350 per painting. And $100 of those proceeds will go directly to jazz musicians impacted as part of the COVID-19 pandemic. And this is very important as our community. As I mentioned, my husband, Ted Chubb, is very tied with this community as a musician. And so it's very important to us to not only bring you music and arts to Jersey City Heights, but also participate in organizations like Art House Productions and partnering with Riverview Jazz for events like this. So this will not be the first time you'll be seeing us, and we can't wait to have you tomorrow. I'll also, we have a highly anticipated count. Right now we're up to 80 participants already pre-RSVP'd for our event. And we expect to be able to hold and host at least 40 or so more, but we know it's going to be a very fluid event because of the music and the art that we'll be showing. So we welcome you to our home, the Statuary at 53 Congress, and we can't wait to show you what we have to offer.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for previewing your events. There's so much to look forward to tomorrow night. Really jam-packed across the whole city. I'd also like to give a shout out to Tangents, the current art house show at Village West Gallery, featuring new work by Miguel Cardenas. Our closing reception is tomorrow night during JC Fridays from 5 to 7 p.m. I'll link the event in the chat, or actually Meredith just linked it there. Thank you, Meredith. Now, to close out tonight's event, we have the premiere of the Jersey City Community Song. Here to introduce the song, I'd like to please welcome Carol Lester.
Hi, Gretchen. Thank you so much. You know, I just can't believe it's been 20 years. I mean, I remember when Art House was down the block from me at Victory Hall, and we all looked forward. The whole neighborhood would just pack the place. And it's just so good to see literally a new generation leading Art House. It's just such a beautiful thing in Jersey City. What I enjoy most about Jersey City is our artists. So when tonight's song is the culmination of about 6 months of work. Back in April, Art House reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to help them on a community song. And their vision of the song would be that community poets and singers would come together and we'd have a song about COVID. And we talked about COVID and coming out of COVID. So way back in the spring, we collected submissions from 22 New Jersey songwriters and poets. I took their words to create an original crowdsourced song that speaks to our collective experiences 1 year into the pandemic. There were a lot of really positive lyrics and there were a lot of really depressing lyrics. So I decided to do the rhyming couplets of depressing lyrics into the verses and put the positive lyrics into the choruses. And then at the end, it's like all positive because we're really hopeful that, you know, everything is just moving in the right direction. And then local singers and musicians recorded the songs. So Peter Moffitt did flute and bass, I did guitar and all the production for the drums and the other incidental instruments. And then we had singers, Bertram Akpakwasili, Alicia Taiping, Lola Cass, Max DiBiagio, Meredith Burns. And we had, they all sent in their vocals and their harmonies, and I mixed it together. And I'm so excited and really just honored to be part of this arts community. I feel like in the good times and the bad times, we've all been there as friends for each other, and we've all created work with each other. So I really enjoyed working with all of you. I'm going to, let's see. Oh, and I want to thank so much the sponsors, Jersey City, the City of Jersey City, Jersey City Cultural Affairs, and it's really amazing that all this comes together. And this song, we're going to be singing it live, my trio, with some of our fantastic community singers on September 18th at All About Downtown Jersey City.
Trapped inside for 12 months of winter, wondering what we're gonna cook for dinner.
Simple things that just disappear, like freedom and a breath of fresh air.
We all grew a suit of Lancelot's armor, wore it through last summer, that was a bummer. We grew numb to the daily climbing numbers. Finally, we're feeling stronger. Stronger, stronger, every day. This lasted longer, but we're feeling stronger, stronger, every day. Stronger, stronger, stronger.
Shadows in the cold silence, memories etched on our dead and dying. Don't wanna be trapped in these days of yesterday, dreaming of a world where I can let myself escape.
Immense, intense pandemic quarantine. Are we out of it now or just in between? Can you see the green, green trees? Finally, we're feeling stronger, stronger.
Lasted longer, we're feeling stronger, stronger, every day. Stronger, 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 every day in every way. Don't be such a rascal, though the distance and the mask will make it seem okay. You may think I'm being mean, but hey, till you get your next vaccine, Zoom is where we'll stay till we're stronger, 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 every day.
Make the loaves a sound with your bread, one by one till they're done. I can share them with everyone. We've grown every day.
We'll set our spirits free when new beginnings and new needs. We can feel that we are one as we start to journey on.
Now there's hope to take our way, and our future looks bright. There'll be
beautiful days, beautiful days, beautiful days.
Green, green trees, lovely as can be. This year's come to an end.
that does it for tonight. That is all, folks. We hope to see you tomorrow in person at our first in-person JC Fridays event in over a year. Obviously, there are some tremendous events, so head on out. It's supposed to be a beautiful day, and check out all the incredible art. The full event listings and event map are located on the website, www.jcfridays.com. And we also have printable event listings, which we will link in the chat. So thank you again to everybody participating tonight, to Courtney and the team. Thank you to our sponsors, and we will see you tomorrow. Good night.